Hello, and thank you for watching our slideshow today on skin parasites that never stop itching. Does your skin itch relentlessly? If so, you may be host to one or more types of skin parasites that are unknown to most physicians. There are several things to look for on your body to determine if you suffer from skin parasites. Stinging or biting, non-healing lesions or sores, fibers or filaments on skin at various non-healing sites where the parasites reside. You can see it with the use of a jeweler's loupe, and they are also fluorescent under an ultraviolet light. Cotton-like balls on your body without any reasonable explanation, intense itching skin, chronic fatigue, brain fog, hard nodules under the skin, fibromyalgia or joint swelling and pain, black specks on the skin and bed sheets, hair loss, presence of tiny strawberry type of spots, look like bright red spots just under the skin. The presence of any three or more of these symptoms are associated with the Morgellons parasite plus a co-infection of protozoan and or Lyme disease. Morgellons is just one of several skin parasites that can drive you crazy with your skin itching with biting symptoms that are relentless. Other parasites that cause some of the same symptoms are Strongyloid stercoilistus, a nematode, Columbola, springtails. Which one is the culprit is not easily diagnosed. Fact is that there are no recognized diagnostic procedures for Columbola and Morgellon, and most doctors, upon examination of the skin, diagnose the problem as stress, being in your imagination, anxiety, general nervousness, Rosacca's red face, or worse yet, that you have arachnophobia. There is an antibody blood serum test available for strongyloid stercoilistus. A laboratory in Tucker, Georgia, Parasitic Disease Consultants, 2177 Flintstone Drive, Suite J, Tucker, Georgia, 384, will perform the test for about $75. The phone number is 770-496-1370. But don't hold your breath. Even if it's diagnosed as strongyloids, doctors are very unfamiliar with its treatment, whereas they prescribe antibiotics for bacteria infections like candy. They are totally unfamiliar with the use of wormers and may not prescribe the correct one or the right dosage. And then again, since these parasites weaken one's immune functioning, other parasites, such as Columbola, may have joined the fray, complicating the treatment. In fact, for both Columbola and Morgellons, there is no recognized treatment by the CDC. Fact is that they are just beginning to research Morgellons. To further complicate matters, usually these parasites are carriers of Lyme, protozoan, and or Toxoplasma gondii. These organisms further compromise immune functioning, complicating the process of any medical treatment. There are only a handful of physicians nationally who are aware of Morgellons and Lyme. They treat the Lyme disease, protozoan, and the Toxoplasma gondii with long-term antibiotics, antifungals, and anti-protozoan medications. The goal is to build immune functioning by getting rid of the Lyme, protozoan, and Toxoplasma gondii to free the body of the parasites. Unfortunately, to further complicate matters, most diagnostic laboratories test negative for chronic Lyme disease for many different reasons. The only lab I recommend is Brown Labs in Tarpon Springs, Florida. They use microscopy to locate the pathogens. You can reach them at 727-037-9077 to find a doctor in your area that is familiar with advanced treatment of Lyme. Nevertheless, to date, I haven't heard of any cures for parasites from this approach. As far as the Lyme disease goes, the medical profession is in the midst of a huge controversy re this long-term treatment of Lyme with antibiotics, alternative therapies using cat's claw, Torex along with selective vitamins, and diet may be as effective as the long-term antibiotics. Being infected with these parasites is a living hell, perhaps like Job's experience in the Old Testament of the Holy Bible. But what's even worse is that some of these parasites are extremely contagious. One person inadvertently gave them to her sister by exchanging dresses at a wedding, which resulted in her entire family being infected. Many infected from similar living in the same household. Some infected from sitting in an infected chair. In desperation, one generally goes to the internet for solutions. In fact, if it weren't for the internet, many of us would have little opinion than to wonder if our doctors are right about it being in our heads. However, the internet is also a place for caution. It seems that everyone who has had some success with some kind of parasite claims to have a resume for dealing with the Morgellons parasites, some harmless and inexpensive, and some as much as $1,600, claiming cure. Some even claim that Morgellons doesn't exist and that instead it's a nematode causing the problem. Cure is a relative word. Cure after simply a few months, exposure can be accomplished for most people, with basic diet and some relatively inexpensive skin creams. However, cure after years of exposure is highly unlikely at today's level of understanding. After having suffered for approximately 2 years in the mid-90s, I discovered a dietary connection. There are foods that feed parasites, such as many types of carbohydrates, and foods that starve them, such as leafy vegetables and most proteins. The trick is to eat the foods that starve them and avoid the foods that feed them. The diet has kept me symptom-free and healthy for 15 years, and yes, I've tried everything, which is what my ebook entitled Soothing the Itch Within and the Diet to Control It is all about. Through the years, dozens of other sufferers have gained benefit from the diet and have become symptom-free, and that's even more valuable in addition to the ebook. There is a regular update available with new information as to what is working and what is not working. We keep on top of scams and share products that work and those that are a waste of time. Here's just one of nearly 100 testimonials. I've also sent you your email address to Ginger Saverly, my nurse practitioner and foremost Morgellons RX doctor, so that she may relay your fantastic e-news to her patients worldwide. Your parasite Lyme diet has helped me immensely.